Ready? Yes, ma'am. All right. Let me address something before we get started with class. First of all, before I even say that, can everybody back up the road, please? I feel like Mr. Alice is over here, gets behind the corner. Maybe deliberate, I don't know. So let me address something before we start class. And this came up in kids' class. Unfortunately, it applies more to this class than it does to them. When it's time to get started, we frequently run over with the kids because there's just getting to be too many of them to get everything done. Don't be disruptive. All right? When it's time to start class, like when we're lined up ready to go, don't be disruptive. Does it really happen in this class as much as it does in the kids' class? It's just something to be aware of. Was? This is proper conduct, proper place. We can joke, we can laugh because Dad Joe's got a good one. I don't have any around.
I got one.
Who's that?
Me.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you call a one-legged hippo?
What do you call it? One-legged
One-legged hippo.
Hungry.
A hippopotamus. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Ready? Go.
Yes, sir.
I got something for JD.
How's your day, Mr. Darby?
I had a question. Anybody yet that volunteer?
I know.
Alright, everybody, jump jacks. I'll be ready. Push-ups. Push-ups.
NPC stuck on my leg.
That was the fourth time. And 5 push-ups.
You can try.
Alright, everybody stop. Catch your breath. Just for a bit. We're gonna do 5 motivators. It's fun.
I hate you.
Let me have fun.
Burning passion.
You are the worst brother.
I know. Alright, does everybody know how to do a motivator?
Yes, sir.
Alright,
Unfortunately, still dead.
5 motivators. Ready? Begin. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, Australia.
Future Louis Park. Touchdown.
Does anyone have a riddle? Riddles.
A what?
A riddle. Riddle.
What's tall and keep your face in?
Mr. Brody.
No, I'd say tall, large, and can keep your face in that case. No, a kangaroo.
All right, Simba, go behind Tammy. All right, front row, sit down. Mr. Mosgrove, sit down. People standing up, go in front of your partner. Stretch them.
Sir,
The partner stretches.
who's your partner?
Oh, it's Casper the Ghost.
No, drag Bob over there.
Oh, well, I thought they were already here. Your
Everybody's
character,
in
yeah.
I
No,
feel bad for
I
my
know.
partner.
Do you-
It's not that complicated.
Matthew
I know.
and Mr. Shane, please switch.
Aww.
I think, yeah. All right, that's a simple thing. Do you want to switch with, Kevin?
Sir, I want to switch with Bob.
All right, stretch forward.
That's good.
Mr. Shane, go easy on your stomach. Mr. Mo, go easy on your stomach.
You know, a few months ago, we could give you, keep giving you the same advice.
Mr. Shane, taking it.
Bring your hands up to the left. There we go. No, I'm so happy that I need to remember to remind my dad to take the time to the shop.
All right, so your feet. All right.
You're pushing down on my chest cavity. It's going to foot. On the shoulders. There we are, very good, very good.
Lisa. Yeah, you better stretch. Stretch. I know how to stretch is supposed to feel. Have a comment? Just, if you need to do some of your own personal stretches, you go ahead and do so. I can always work with Mr. Shea. To the left. Close it good. There we go. Try not to push down your shoulders, push down, bring your arms back. Push forward that way. Yeah, there you go. You feel it now, Alex. Don't push down on your shoulders, you just pushing downward. It's like a push on the back right here. Downward. Yes, a little more down.
Pelvic torsion, you know? Kind of crushed out 405, it's whatever.
Now, happens to everyone.
Yeah, decades from now. I'm there.
And back to the center. Sorry.
Yeah, Mr. Some ice caught a bunch of them tossing things at each other after. Stuff. All right, so progress.
Feet out in front and stretch forward. I'm doing this because I need to move my All right, so guys, who actually feels something when they're doing the butterfly stretch?
Yeah.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I think this is a butterfly. The other way, other way. Touch the wall. Your goal is one and
Okay.
you can put it above the ankles.
Okay, thank you guys. Now,
And then
Spread your feet, guys. Spread your feet.
It's got other levels like right there. In the middle. Yeah. He's machete.
Oh, yeah.
That's your good question.
There you go, man.
You got 912? Did it not? So it just felt like he was the crank. Okay. And he's going back up the run inspection now.
What was? He pushed my this off.
Mr. Simba.
Yes,
Where
sir.
are you doing?
Not stretching.
There we go, get them. Make it tea. You don't know the letter? Try and fold yourself in half. It's human origami time. This thing is not. I'm just gonna. I haven't tried. It hurts your ankles. See? To be fair, your ankles are the same.
Is that a tap?
Oh, yeah, to the left. Oh, thank you, Mr. Officer. Alright, to the right. I know that was a little short, but look at the time.
And you can pick it up and we just can't.
No, it started 10 minutes later. We started at probably 7 times a day. We're back in the center. What?
Every time I watch it.
Wait, are you talking about me?
It's a lot of people there.
Oh, and Emily.
But they-
Emily, that's my gosh, she just.
No, Michael. Oh my. You just like fold up. Just like it. Alright. And, yep. Perfect timing, sir.
They're gonna do a few more spots.
Good.
So the end. JD, go try and find your own, maybe your boots and your helmet, that's important.
Yeah, that's how stretching is.
Does anybody have to leave it early? Leave early, you know,
I have to leave at 8:37.
your mom is saint, right? Are you Catholic? You're not Catholic, okay. So, you know what a saint is, right?
States.
You're like a
Saint.
Yes, sir.
You're a saint kid. Your mother is a saint.
So you just say it kind of something. I leave before you murder him?
Don't do that. What? That's called collusion. Yes, Mr. Alex, I say it's Southern. I've lived in South Alabama all of my life. It's the only way I know how to say things.
I was born in northern Texas.
And you sound just like it. All right, Coach A, ready? Justin A. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run through our colleges. We're gonna start with Kim, got the show done, and we're gonna start with each college for everybody who can do that. When you go through these colleges, because we're not gonna do every one of them in the curriculum, you do your best version of each one of them. Don't shortchange me, don't back out of it. If you get exhausted, hot, tired, weak, feel like you're gonna pass out, just raise your hand, and I'll tell you to keep going. Okay? Yes, sir. Your best version. Good shit. Ready? Relax. Go ahead. You just said you know how. You just said you know how. Hey. One, two, go. Up. Touch. Touch. Do. Do. Touch. Hey. One, two, go. Up. Touch. Touch. You. One, two, go. Up. Touch. Come here. Nice. Very good. They fit.
The shoes,
Little big.
well, they're like a bit tight on the edges, but they feel big on the front. Does that make sense?
It does. They're fine. It's the elastic makes it tight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So that everybody knows this is fixing to happen. On Monday, we will have a new black belt join us. This is a young man that I promoted to black belt back in the mid-90s. One of my first black belts I ever promoted. He will line up in front of all of you, everybody except for Mr. Sampson. And since I think she's here, because he's, you know how it goes, they promotion. It has been 30 years since he's done karate, and all of our colleges have changed, so. He knows he's got a lot to relearn and unlearn and all that, but it's gonna be fun. I like it. Good shit. Everybody back up 2 rows, please. Not line up. We'll stagger. So stagger your rows. Back up 1 more row. Good. And this row, step up a row. We did say 2 rows, sorry. And get you there. Now, black belts, you're just gonna stagger.
Nice.
No.
Stack.
1, 2, 3, stay still, and you stagger. So like half row back, so here. So stagger means half step back, half row back. There you go. Okay. Ready? Go ahead. Keon got the shirt on. Hey. Your back foot tight. Tight. Hey. One. Oh, I don't think sorry. 3. You punch on your knee snap. Go. Up. Touch. You guys with that? Touch. That knee. Touch. Hey. One, who's on top? Young man. Hey! Hey! Two! Three! Go! Just set that aside, everything's good.
Yeah.
So one thing that I try to emphasize to every class, when you turn and block, if you don't have the same snap in your block as you do in your punches, you're cheating yourself. Blocks are way more important than punches. Snap, turn, pop, get a line. So, Tammy, when I told you whatever I said when you turn, what you're doing is your hand in your turn, instead of being together on your block, you're timing off just a little bit. So what I mean by that, for everybody, your stance, your hips, your knees, your feet should come into alignment at the same time the technique lands. Okay? So when you're turning, instead of looking like this, you stance ends first, then the block happens, right? Understand what I'm saying? You don't want one to happen, then the other, or even more awkwardly, this way. You want it to be together. This way. Now, for those of you who like the cerebral part of karate, that right there is the textbook definition of key. That's what focus means. It means the physical focus of your technique, all of it coming into line in the same moment. Okay? So that's something we all can work on. Okay. Ready? Kyle and Matthew, you're going to continue. You don't got the shirt on, please. Do it! You don't got the knee on! Out! What's first? Hey! Send! Say! Go! Up! Punch! 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 Now wiggle. Punch! Hey! Turn! Let's go again. Just go. Everybody together. Let's go again. Hey. Everybody together. Hey. 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 Son. Nice. Okay, yellow belt. Anybody, first one, raise your hand. Explain the technique and purpose of the young belt. The purpose, the bunkan with the bunkan. Tell me the purpose, what is the finish move used for? What was the technique that you do? Thank you. Tricking the opponent. I'm sorry? You're tricking the opponent. Tricking the opponent. Oh, boy. Yellow belt. I know you've heard this. You've been coming here on the year. Okay. So, if I'm here, turning, turn facing. Alright, so you're gonna take her left foot, she's gonna round kick my stomach. Go. Block. You're blocking and attacking your stomach, alright? So block, step. When you step, you can, one of two ways, alright? You can either be turning and just stepping away from that attack, because the attack's coming here, so you're stepping offline, twist and punch, or, and this is the way I like to do it, it helps me make the step. You can come here and actually be stepping on somebody. Okay, so you, one, two ways, that's the use part, that's the technique.
Sir, I still don't understand why the hand is out here and then the one, yes.
It's an easy way to teach people how to create the rotation.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're here, your shoulder's down. If you're here, your shoulder's up, and it creates better rotation.
Thanks, sir.
Listen. All right, yellow belts, if you do the kind you're doing the back hook, you have the shirt on, much better version, by the way, that time after you have the on here, everybody else is going to go second. Okay. Ready? Go ahead. Second. Go! Last front stance right before you come up to GOK is locked in. Don't move, Matthew. You should not be moving like that. Self-discipline. Hey! Don't break my wall.
Good.
Hey! Okay. Are you gonna take your head? Why not?
That's great.
Why don't you want to take your head? Ready? Let's do it. So continue doing the kind that you're doing. So everybody knows we're going to do the first 6 moves of Taisho with Christian, just take him through this first sequence. And then he's going to bow out and we'll continue through. Probably several times. First count is 4 to 6. Taisho! That's nice and quick. Step right foot, front stance. Son! Step forward. 2 steps forward. Now 2 steps back. 3. You got 1. Go! I got 1 hand on the middle. Look, make your forward punch. Look to your right.
Is that
Automatically. Put your back foot in. Oh, that's your front foot. Listen to the word. Okay. Step back out. Slow as that cinder block. First thing, slow. Listen to the words. Again, slow. Slow. Not kind of slow, but slow. Push. Push. Now punch. For the second time. All right. Next count. Back foot's going to come in. Pull the shoulder. Step that side. Slow as that's in the block. Punch. Punch again. Sir.
One time here, I did a, do I keep going after this?
Yes. No, but as far as the counts go, no. The two corners are counted by together, and the next movements are counted separately. Go! Okay. Please, down here. Hey, stay! 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 Go! Up! Young man. Matthew, I know my candidate is PI. How long are you doing PI?
I don't know where the traditional PLs are.
Okay?
Make some more.
Yes, sir.
Sir, after you put across from you, push one, and there's a punch, when you come here, is it a push kick and turn into a push?
Yes, sir. It's two punches, by the way.
Two punches.
The answer to your question is yes. Still push K and then turn into block, but on both sides it's two punches. Okay. All right. You will, step back and balance it down. We'll go through it again, though. Okay? Ready? Do it. Take hold. Aim. Turn. Change. Go. Look. Out. Yes. Slow push, punch, punch again. Now, I say that way deliberately. Punch, then punch again. Every time I've taught it as punch, or double punches, I get this. And this hand never really punches. So now I teach it as punch, two separate punches. Back foot comes in, look, not back foot, listen to your words. Slow. Punch. That's right. Stop right there. So you're gonna start the next sequence, that's right. This is called the four corners. So this will be the first one's right foot, and then you alternate. Right, left foot. Left. Here. Step. Again, swing. Position. And then all four corners. So you do it here. So you're gonna make this way. Now these are all small things. Do these step. Small. Small step. Right. Right foot. Yes. We'll go to that one. That's a little context. Young man. Okay. For everybody, I talk about this over and over and over again. Sometimes you have to adjust. People don't have the same physical ability. We've made a lot of adjustments for Miss Pam so she can actually do usable karate. This is one of my favorite adjustments here. And I'm struggling to get Mr. Cole to actually accept this. In my side, when, like I said, when you learn as you're going up, like the second or third or percentage you're going to do. In my side, there is a movement in it that is specifically low kick. And you make a turn, you're here, you do a crescent kick, boom, you come back down, elbow, you come up, here. It is designed to be a low kick. One of my favorite techniques in karate. Why in the world would a low side kick be one of my favorite techniques in karate? It's one of the most effective things you can do. See, that's what everybody says. Everybody says the same thing. Knees. Okay? So let's just imagine for a moment. It doesn't hit the knee. So you miss the knee and you hit the calf. You think that's going to break the tibia? But if you kick and you break the ankle, same thing. Okay? It's anywhere from here to here that kick is effective. That's why it's so effective. You don't have this like in Basai. I mean, not Basai. Go right down. One target zone, this small. Right? It's a big target zone. Pretty hard to mess that up. All right, Christian, now out. All right, let's space ourselves with the front up, balance the back. Let's go ahead and bounce it down. Ma'am.
Where you want to stay?
Just back a step, back a row. Let's make 2 rows of black rows. We're almost at that point anyway, we gotta do that. Okay? Ready? Let's dance. Anybody gonna do the show again? Good. Go ahead. It's on.
It's on.
Go! Go! Hey! Don't shame your face down. On your brown belt now. Hey! Have it for at least a month. You have it front stance. Hey! Thank you. Hey! do Kia, now you just lost.
I think Kia,
Ms. Diaz?
sir,
Can be, doesn't have to be.
what are they originally in Okada?
Ouch! Ouch! Good, good. Ouch! Hey! Come! Right, you want to get on, okay? Go! Young man. I'll go to the point on that rabbit hole. I'll just say this, even with the black belts, in a kata like Saison, y'all heard me tell this story before. Dr. Funakoshi, Dr. Chitosi had to do Saison for 8 years before his instructor would teach him the next kata, which would be Seishi, by the way. A little point about learning Saison, it was the first kata he learned. There were no such things as Kion kata back in those days. So the reason that it took him 8 years to learn this kata is because they truly broke it down. I will say into finer points than what I break it down into, but what Dr. Chitosi's master insisted on was like every time he did the kata, he had to be able to see the intent of the movement in the kata. So the first time the technique was off, or if he didn't understand the applications of the technique, it was redo. So it takes a long time to get that right. Now, you'll hear me say those things throughout as you go through the kata, and I'll be like, make sure you're in Skodachi when you're doing gate on the okay, make sure you're in Fudodachi when you're stepping through, little things like that, because the angle, somebody's got the angle wrong. And that's something that needs to be addressed. Then there's the issue of application. When you're doing the rich hands and turn, right? A lot of people still rich hand, and then they get this looping motion, make it grab, right? Because they think it almost looks like this, grab. It almost looks like this here, instead of block over here, right? The hand doesn't move, right? Because you make the block, or you make the strike. Now you don't need to move the hand. If you move the hand, you're actually moving the hand away from the target. So it's 1, 2, then, right? So little things like that make a big difference. Not only in the way your kata looks, but the way you're going to be able to perform the technique when it's necessary. Okay? So I'll just give you an example, a real world example. If, I hate talking about these things. Situation I had in the street one night. Multiple suspects, multiple people around, and I see movement coming from this way, right? Well, I'm kind of standing, like talking to a person like in the direction of somebody. Movement comes from this way. So I see movement, and I just automatically come here, right? Because it's just an instinct. This hand's closer, so it comes up. As this hand comes up, now I'm in that position. I'm in the Saison position. My feet aren't set, but my other body is. So as the person who is still coming at me comes, it has been ingrained in me to do this movement so many times. I roll the wrist, the person's still coming at me. All right, so back up and just like it coming at you. And this is happening in real time, okay? Well, of course, you can imagine, there's 5 or 6 people standing around, and when that happens, all the other people who are like, oh, man, we ain't gonna, oh, look, whatever you say, boss, this is good. You can instantly, it just stops. It doesn't happen because it's magic. It happens because I've done that technique countless thousands of times. And it becomes an instinct. So, I built this big long elaborate story to say this. When I'm nailing you down, and I'm like, no, it's happening this way, it's happening this way. It's not because I'm a butthole. It's not just because I'm a butthole. Right? It's because I want you to understand what you're doing fully and be able to do it. And I know I made that point a lot, but it's important. As a lifetime martial artist, and I consider myself a professional martial artist, obviously, one of the worst things that I hear about karate, because it doesn't matter what kind of martial art you do, kung fu, kempo, taekwondo, hapkido, doesn't matter. Everybody calls it karate. Somebody will try to do a technique and it doesn't work. And people say, well, karate doesn't work. No, his karate doesn't work, because his karate is wrong. Now, I know thousands of people who do traditional karate, and their karate is junk. How can that possibly be? If they're doing real traditional karate, how can it be bad? Because they're not doing it with the heart that it deserves. They're not really trying the application with it. It comes from inside. And y'all hear me say this all the time. I can teach you whatever you want to know about fighting karate. I cannot give you the heart for it. So, approach these techniques. I'm going too far. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. I got one. No, sir. And I got a whole bunch of this. All right. Questions about Saison? Shane, do you have any questions about Saison?
None that springs to mind at the moment.
That is terrible. Yes, ma'am.
Do it again.
We may do it again. Yes, ma'am. Is it 8? All right, thank you. Go ahead. No, close. Like those one. Got a separate room. Okay. Ready?
Thanks.
Do it. Saison.
Saison.
Hey. Sun. Tree. Go. Up. H. Hey. H. H. Sun. And foot chain. Go. Touch. Touch. Go. Go. Touch. Three.
This. Next.
I don't know what changed towards the back end of your collar, but the back half is the best I've ever seen you do it.
Oh,
What happened to you, man? Not some idea, somebody don't say it. Okay. All right.
She remembers when you stole a fish.
Oh, right. Now, push.
Nice.
Sit back. Sit back. Nice. Okay. Ready?
This.
Go ahead. Voilà. Hey. Son. Hey. Go.
Is this all right?
Okay.
You both right.
Count between the signs.
Nice.
Hey! That's all I need. Push it off my head. Push lock, push lock. Hey! Hey! Step. Step your hand in stomach. Then step. Step.
Oh, I forgot that bit. Here.
Hey! Hey! Son. We need to do that probably a couple more times. Back on the road. You scared? Ready?
This.
Go ahead. Voilà. Hey. Son. Shane. Go. Your whole body. Okay. Elbow up. Good. Hey. So you finish, already extended. Hey. The throat. First one's to the throat. 1, 2. Hey. Practice just a moment. Hey. Hey. Second one to the solar plexus. One to the back is down.
That's the back of the ribs.
Up a block. Spin. No. That's good. You did fine. Let your feet spin. Don't just drag your knee. Yes. Your foot's gonna have to drag a little bit. Yes. What you try to do is you try to like this way. Maybe turn. The hips spin. And that pulls the foot in position. Hey. Son. Okay. So, a couple of things of note. Nicholas and say son. Really love it when that back knee is down. Okay? So all the black belts, that was beautiful. Everybody got that back knee nice and low. Okay? Most people, they want to do straight leg. Next thing, when you're in your Hasanasis, as everybody knows, especially the black belts, Hasanasis is probably the most difficult stance to get right. And we spend hours upon hours working on it. But when you can twist and you can get that Hasselblad action and both knees are flexed and the weight of both feet are on the toes and it is down here, that's good looking throttle. Okay? The reason I'm saying that is because it was so. No, it looks good. It looked really good. All right, bow. All right, everybody have a seat. You're gonna be first. What side are you really turning? Everybody have a seat. We're going to turn this time. Do it right here. You're going first. It'll be you, Stroll, JD, Christian, or Christian, you already made it. Whichever one's the next one first. All four of them. Let me see it. If you're comfortable with your introductions, you don't feel like you need to work on it, you can go. If you're doing say something, a little bit further back. One step inside the ring would be enough.
Say son.
Yeah, your rhythm is really good, Tom. You know you made a couple of mistakes as far as the actual technique goes. Clean that up a little bit. All right? Call your name.
Say something.
say this, you're going to reject it out of hand. You're actually parts of your collar of the residents of Lowe's. I'm serious. You know, I'm not gonna, you're gonna reject that. I'll give you one technique specific. Here, when you come, your punch actually locked, then, and I've never seen an underbelt do this technique that good before. When you turn, you actually came up and were like, here. Like you snap, and then you came out, oh, okay. But there's that one technique, that one little sequence right there, was super, super good. The other part was good too, but that's the first one that stood out in my mind. Because instead of being here, which is where most people do it, you know, so it's like your experience. Spirit.
I'm just good at spirit.
Pose. All right, next. Fix your weapons. There you go. Chamber than that. Both sides. Straight. Both. All right. Balance. In Europe, come here. God, Christian, you and Keep that one short, man. Do this one. Fix that. Please. Good. Hips in, palms flexed. Put water in your palms. All right. You want to take that palm, push the water out. Like that. This is what you're doing. Push it. Stretch. Not big. No, that's just like you need practice. If you mess it up sad, we'll laugh at it, it's okay.
So right here for a second. I'll go bring the bigger background.
Yeah, that's weird. Do it again, JD. Listen, no, we're gonna get these nerves out, that's all it is nerves. You know how I know it's nerves?
Nobody's looking at me.
Oh, you don't know anything.
Well, it used to be worse, sir, I'm not up there.
Most of y'all don't remember them, the senior girls do, Mr. Strong and Mr. Nate. I remember that. When we would go to your way, this is what you get out of them. And they do that in the middle of your collar, like it's the craziest comment.
They shout, they started chanting,
You like
shaming
being
the
a
place
place?
right now.
And just to distract you and get you off your game. I'm not doing anything. Bring that around. This one's called practice.
That's what is so weird.
Bring them nerves out. Look past him, don't look at him. Look past him.
I might just have to close my eyes and kind of.
It's better than what we do.
I know. I don't know.
Okay, wait, this is the one.
Okay, hold on. Serious question I'm gonna ask you afterwards. How's the dog?
My dog,
Dalton.
dog, I don't know.
You don't have, you know,
I haven't asked her in like 3 days.
your cousin with the broke skull, you know,
He said.
Wow.
He went out work out for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then, so he probably won't be able to practice for a couple months. And then they said he can't do, like, he won't be able to feel his face for 6 months, like,
It's
no.
probably a good thing.
He tried to blow his nose, and, his eye moved, like the actual eye moved around. But then, they went to go see if they needed surgery, and they don't need surgery, so as long as he's careful, he should be fine. He
I
got
told,
pretty
I
lucky.
told Amy, I said, don't come do karate, it's safer. I'll use police punch shoot each other. Shane, we're kind of the,
She's placed there.
oh, I'm sorry, I know what you're doing.
Do I need to say it when, say
Not
it?
necessarily, no.
Should I say it?
It's up to you. If you're more comfortable saying it, say it.
Well, thank you.
All right, pause please, for everybody. The way you react to anxiety is different for every person. And some people will cry, some people will giggle, some people will lock up and just freeze. That's the most common one. That's the freeze reflex of start reflexes. So you've got to be able to recognize your anxiety for what it is. I'm nervous because of what? Okay? So when you go compete, what makes you nervous? Why do you feel nervous when you feel nervous?
I'm just nervous.
Okay, but why? There's something that creates that.
No, I don't know.
What about you?
A couple things, but so many people in one spot, and, people watching,
Okay,
and being judged if I make a mistake.
okay. So you have sensory overload because of the proximity between people. That would be one. And the other one is performance anxiety. Okay, sir.
It's not that, like, a lot of people are watching, I don't care about the people who don't care. It's people that are close to me that I care about what they think.
That makes sense. There's still performance anxiety. Because you're trying to prove yourself to people that you actually care about. So,
I think it's the fear of losing, because I'm a competitive person.
okay,
Fear of
all right.
same thing, fear of losing.
Fear of losing.
This one makes me nervous. I don't want to disappoint like you or my parents or fail.
Okay? You know how you would disappoint me?
Putting karate.
Yep.
I'm sportsmanship.
Yep, that's the only way you're gonna disappoint me. Competition, and this is why I push competition for people. I never have required it, but it does more to help you grow, to strengthen your social awareness, your self-awareness, than any other thing that karate does. You can get up and perform in front of your peers all day long. Yes, the first few times you do it, it's going to be nerve-wracking because you have that fear. Then when you realize after you've been here for a couple of months or so, oh, they just make fun of everybody, that's just the way it is, then that part is gone. Then you're just like, okay, it's just part of what class is. But getting in front of people who are supposedly experts, and you're being judged. One of the most common sayings in society today is, don't judge me. Sorry, everybody gets judged. Here's another thing. You hear that so much, don't judge me, you shouldn't judge me, you shouldn't judge people. Number one, everybody gets judged. That's everybody. Number two, I don't care how much you claim you don't do it, you judge people. You do. Well, I'm just saying, generally, everybody does. The best people that I know judge others.
I got judged by a full.
I don't care.
If you don't think you're a judgy person, get in the car and drive.
Anyway, so my point is, why I told Shane I don't care, the point is, I have been judged from top to bottom. By top to bottom, I mean I've been judged by the top echelons of society to the bottom echelons of society. I was a cop for 3 decades. You know what happens when you're a cop? When you go out and enforce the law, the people you're enforcing against, the criminals, you're wrong, you shouldn't do that. You go over into the rich neighborhoods and yell at people with the cocaine up there. Okay? Hey, homie, your buddies ain't reporting on them. Your buddies are reporting on you. Then you go, when you're out fighting crime, guess what the rich people say? Why aren't you patrolling my neighborhood? Because your neighborhood's not getting burglarized every 30 minutes, hero. Everybody got a complaint. Everybody judges. Everybody. So, the lesson behind that is this. You've got to be able to take that judgment and go, hey, trash. And do the best you can anyway. And this is why I am so adamant about your PIs. You hold back on your PIs for that very reason. Now, this all come up because you giggle when you're anxious. You're not, take this to me, you're not going to disappoint somebody. If you get up and you start your Chicago, and you go to yours, and you go, forgot what I was going to do. Listen, and you leave, I'm not going to be disappointed in you. You forgot. The moment got to you. You know how many times I've seen that? You know how many times I've seen that from black belts? You know how many times I've seen that from national level competitors and black belts? You're not going to, none of you are going to do anything I haven't already seen from top level people. You're human, just like they're human. So, when you get into this ring, I have not said, I was thinking about this yesterday. I haven't had this speech in a while. When you get in that ring, your attitude has to change. Your attitude has to change. As soon as you get right there in that ring, you can be nice, JD, hey, what's going on? You get right here in this ring and you bow in, and you need to become a monster. I'm serious. You need to become vicious. And you need to look at that center judge when you're doing your introductions, like I will rip your endocrine system out. And mean it. You need to feel that way. That's the ability to turn on that fight instinct when you want it, when you need it. And if you can turn that on and be truly vicious, even doing time, I don't know how serious, how silly that sounds, then you've got the spirit of karate. Well, listen. All right. Love you.
Hey, show.
Anybody see the moves he left out?
I don't know that product,
Yeah.
So, he got ahead of himself, and then he realized, I'm ahead of myself. So then he just got to the next point in time. Very well done. But you didn't show it, you adjusted, that's good. You're done. That's what I said about that time. Chris, you're next.
Okay, get ready.
listen. 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 What? What? Listen. Listen. Listen.
I like it, both of you. Christian? Sure. Don't go with it. Or you do like she do again. Take both palms up, turn the heel down across your left arm. I don't know that I can express to you how to lead things. It is so much better. Now, on these strikes, you strike it down here. Just goes up a little. Go up, and you come back. Take a moment, pull the shoulder back, and then punch. I don't go this way. A little bit, cross time. Pull the shoulder. JD, not, yeah, JD.
Okay, just get your strength back, okay? Focus, just
JD, speak out of this again.
Oh, okay.
One big step in each time. Rolling forward, up there. Tighten your body, okay? Reason you feel bad is because of the glutes you have here. All right. Put your weight line up, plus.
So how was your day, Mr.
How was your day? Lost the thought.
Just wondering how far I can go with debt. Because I'm just about willing to pay you, I'm not to say that anymore.
That's.
Okay, ready? Well, this is, yes, ma'am. Let me leave you with one final thought. No, let me back up the other. When you go to compete, I'm gonna talk, this is about both performance and your mental state, okay? You need to go as hard as you can go, as fast as you can go, and do the technique correctly. You don't wanna go so fast you take it sloppy. You don't wanna go so hard that you're losing balance and that kind of thing. If you think about that, go as hard and fast as I can and still do it correctly. What does that sound like? Does it sound like fighting? Go as hard and fast as I can and still do it correctly? Okay. As far as your mental state goes, you have to accept that you're human. You're not going to look stupid. I'm not going to tell you that you're not going to feel stupid. But the way you feel inside yourself has got no reflection on what other people think about you. And I'll tell you this is for the younger crowd. When you have people that make jokes with you about yourself, it's not because of anything that you do. And I know you guys hear this at school, you hear it from your parents, you hear it from your church. It's not about you. I'll tell you what it is. That's that person's way of going, well, thank God I saw somebody else do it, because that's the way I feel all the time. And it comes out, they feel compelled to make a comment because they're sharing that with you. Now there is a difference. It's made being bitter and harsh. But most of the time when people make comments because you did something that was goofy, like, man, I think your hair is all out of whack, they're like, we share that. And look away from that.
Sir.
No. Serious question. Yes. That's what I thought. I will say this again for the ones who aren't prepared to go to the tournament. You gotta give yourself a shot. You gotta give yourself a chance to experience what it's like to push yourself in that way. If you don't do that, then you're limiting the growth potential that you have. Okay. Ready?
Richie, right?
Yes. Johnson, right? Yes.
Good night. Yes.
Yes.
Sir, I can be balked.
Like and subscribe.